What's up, guys? It's your boy Frankie here. Um, yeah, I don't know where I put my headphones, so I found like this old school microphone thing. It's for like I don't know, like old cell phones, I guess. So I just hooked it up to my little adapter. Now I got a microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll try to talk as loud as I can. Um, Hopefully y'all will hear me. You know, so it's kind of weird. You can tell it's kind of old technology, but I think it works. So better than nothing. Until I find my headphones, this is what I'm stuck with. Little $10 microphone. But so uh, I know I'm following my normal timeline, but tonight I'm gonna go a little bit um, out of order. I'm gonna talk about how I initially got caught up for this case, and talk about the night that I got arrested, and then tomorrow I'll go back into um, the normal sequence. And I don't know why. Just something. I just felt like making this video tonight about how I got caught up. I don't know why. I just really felt like it. So I'm just gonna do it. And this video is just gonna be like a standalone video. Like you know, it's not gonna start a separate timeline. I'm just gonna give y'all a little backstory about how I got caught up, and you can kind of apply the backstory to the current story that's going on. For like the two people who actually watch it. Appreciate you guys. I do it for y'all. One or two people. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the story about how I got caught up for this this jail term that I did. This was the initial case that I picked up. All right. And as you know, I got probation and ended up violating it later. But this is how I got put on probation. Right? So one day I wake up, right? And I had bought some dope the day before. Um, this guy was selling nothing but dimes, right? And this guy was big time. He was big time, but he wasn't at the same time. It's hard to explain, right? But he had a lot of customers, and he was selling a lot of dope. You know, he was making pretty good money. You know, he could have made more, but it's neither here nor there. He had a lot of customers, man. His house was booming. So that's why I say he was big time. You know, he sold nothing but dimes, nothing but dimes of street ready heroin. And I want to say his dimes were like point 0.2, right? So it took 5 dimes to equal a gram. So in theory, you're paying $50 a gram. Now in the street, they sell it for $25 a gram of street ready heroin, right? But back then they weren't really doing that as much. You know, sometimes they would sell 25s, but they wouldn't be a full gram. You know, sometimes dudes would sell grams for 30, but a lot of times they were just selling dimes, man. And the dimes were literally like point 0.2. Some people would, make them 0.25. But anyways, it's irrelevant. So this guy's selling point twos for $10, but it's very high quality. See, that's why he stayed in business. It's very high quality. He's always he was always open, and even if you had just $10, he would serve you up. So he was in a prime location. You know, there was a lot of customers where he was at, right there in I-10 and West Avenue. It doesn't matter because he's already in prison now. So I can talk about him. He's already, I'm not snitching. So yeah, so just to give you a little backstory about who I was scoring from at this point. His name was Chocolate. They called him Chocolate because he was dark. He was dark like chocolate. He stayed right there in I-10 and West Avenue. Um, so I want to say like the night before I had bought like 4 dimes or something, and I did 2 that night. Crashed out and saved 2 for the morning. So I did my 2 for the morning, and my dad leaves to work, my mom leaves, and I got nothing to do. And I don't know how I'm gonna come up with the money for that I need for tonight's fix. So, I fixed my 2 dimes, and it was strong. It was a good shot. Fixed my 2 dimes, and I called my boy. He's doing yard work. See if he's got any work for me. He said, "Yeah, I'll come pick you up. Like we got some work, got some yard work to do." You know. So basically, he was gonna pay me cash at the end of the day. So I figured out how I was gonna get my dope for that night. But the thing is, I gotta work all day for it. So I want to say, he comes, he picks me up, we smoke a bowl, and we go mow a few lawns. I want to say we do like 4 hours of work, but it's like a hard 4 hours. You know what I mean? It's like 4 hours of straight up work. You know what I'm saying? I think uh, we mow a few like we mowed one lawn front to back, and that only took us like 30 minutes or so. And then this other house, I want to say it took us like an hour. And then the other house we spent like 3 hours on because we had to trim the trees and stuff. So altogether it was like 4 hours worth of work, and he paid me $10 an hour. So he gave me $40. But I think he was gonna give me like $45 or something because it was like 4.5 hours. But um, I wanted him to give me a ride, so I just said, hey, keep the 5 and just give me a ride. But I need you to take me to go score, please. You know, my dad's not gonna be home. You know, I was already kind of starting to get sick because I'd sweated out the 2 dimes that I did in the morning, and I want to say I did those 2 dimes around like 9 o'clock. Probably like 8 o'clock in the morning when I did those 2 dimes. And back then, 2 dimes would last me about 12 hours. Back then, now it won't last me that long. But back then, 2 dimes last me about 12 hours. So, um, so I was well, at least while I was working. You know, we did those yards. He takes me to go score reluctantly. He really doesn't want to take me, man. He's taken me one other time, but he really doesn't even really want to take me, man. But I beg him to take me, and so reluctantly he does, right? Um, Now the thing about this guy, his name is Justin. I haven't talked to him since I've gotten out of jail. I don't know where he like disappeared off the face of the earth. The thing about this guy Justin is that he's already on probation, right? He's on probation for unlawful carry of a weapon. It's a misdemeanor, but it's a more serious misdemeanor. And I think he's on. I think he was on probation for unlawful carry of a weapon and possession of marijuana. I know he had both of those charges. I'm not sure if they dropped one and went with the other or what, but it didn't really matter, because it would all been run concurrent anyways, and they're both misdemeanors. So one day he got pulled over. He was selling weed. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of in that same lifestyle as me, but he wasn't really doing hard drugs. But he was still in that same lifestyle, more or less, life of crime. He's selling weed pretty tough. And he gets pulled over one day, and I think ounce and a half on him or something like that. Um, and of course, it's Dro, you know. And back then at this time, I want to say Dro was going for like 15 a gram. So, so an ounce and a half was worth more back then than it is now for sure. It's worth like 1.5 times more, I think it's. Because now grams go for about 10. Grams of Dro go for about 10. You know, the better stuff go for 15. But you know, it was good Dro, but it was the kind of Dro that you would get nowadays for 10. But you know, it's a few years prior, so it was going for about 15. So you know, an ounce and a half is a good little chunk of change, and you know, he was selling grams and eighths, you know, out of that. And I think he would get like a QP at a time or something like that. You know, he wasn't doing it real big, but he wasn't doing it like super small either. Like, you know, like the absolute least he would buy would be like an ounce, you know. And of course, he would set up shop. You know, but yeah, I want to say at this time he's probably getting about a QP at a time, you know. You know, maybe like if his money wasn't right, he might get 2 ounces at most one, but he would always, you know, sell, end up smoking for free, and end up making some money too. You know? So he gets jammed up with his little ounce and a half, but he also has a gun on him, right? His gun is licensed to him, but unbeknownst to him, you can't carry a firearm while committing a crime in the state of Texas. So carrying a firearm while committing a crime is in itself a crime, you know. So lucky for him, it was just a misdemeanor, you know. So he gets charged with the unlawful carry of a weapon, and he gets charged with the weed. And they confiscate his gun, and they never gave it back to him. So he's on. This happened. I want to say 6 months prior to this day. Right? Oh no, okay. He's been on probation for 6 months prior to this date. This happened about a year prior. Right. So they give him a year probation. Right. A year probation, and the most time that he's looking at is 6 months counting. Right. And they'll sentence him to a year, but it'll be 6 months. That's the max. Because you do half time for misdemeanors. The absolute max he would be looking at would be 6 months. And that's the absolute max, and it's very rare that he would get that. You know, he was probably looking at like 60 days counting. You know what I mean? That's what I would estimate. You know, 60 days. You know, and he would be out in 30. You know, so serve a month and get out. That's about probably what they would have sentenced him to, if I had to guess. If he fucked up his probation. So he's on probation. Of course, he's smoking. You know, he's got a Whizzinator. It's one of those fake digs, and it works at this time. I guess probation in Bexar County didn't know about the Whizzinator, so it's working for him. And he's smoking the whole time he's on probation. You know, he's not giving a fuck. He's just smoking away. He doesn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can't really knock him. You know, but it is what it is. But yeah, he's getting away with it, and he takes me to score. You know, takes me to score after a long day at work. We're all tired and shit. You know, like yeah, I know it was only like 4.5 hours, but it was like I said, it was an intense 4.5 hours. You know, of just straight up work. You know, and you know he didn't really want, like I said. Sorry, I know I'm moving around a lot. Like I said, he didn't really want to take me to go. Right. So I begged him, and I told him to keep the 5. You know, like it really made that big of a difference, but you know, it persuaded him a little bit. You know what I mean? It at least covered his tracks. Get over there, at least you know wouldn't really compensate his time taking me, because the whole process would probably take about an hour. Or yeah, I guess because when he had to drop me off at home and stuff too. You know, considering all that, yeah, it would probably be about an hour. So, anyways, he takes me over there, right? He gives me $40. I call, and the dude, yeah, I think I want to say it was chocolate who answered, and he said, "Come on by." I said, "All right, bet, I'm on the way." And then I go over there, and I show up, and it's his brother. His brother also sells, you know. But he has worse shit, you know. But his brother answers the door, and I didn't think to like ask, "Hey, where's chocolate?" You know, his brother answered the door, took my cash, and served me up. You know, I mean, in retrospect, maybe I would have been able to be like, "No, I don't want it from you. I want it from chocolate." I'm not sure. I don't think. I think maybe chocolate was out, and that's why his brother was serving people. But anyway, so his brother serves me up, and his brother's known for not really having good shit. The reason why chocolate is so popular is because his dope is so fucking good. That's the reason why it's popular. You know? If people want to just pay $10 for a point two, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna expect it to be good, you know. And the thing about his brother was he was selling the same quantity, but not the same quality. So like you're paying $50 for a gram of mediocre dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just wanted to get served. I didn't have time to be picky, you know, and choose who I scored from or whatever. I got taken to this house. I hand the brother the cash. His brother the cash. He hands me the dope. 4 dimes, right? 4 dimes, point two each. So it's like a point eight total for $40. Um, so he hands it to me. He opens the screen door, hands it to me in broad daylight. It's still daylight at this time. Like I want to say it's around 8 o'clock, or yeah, maybe it's like 7:30. By the time we make it over there, it's around 7:30 or something like that. And so it's still daylight outside. It's still broad fucking daylight. And I hand him the cash. He hands me the dope. Screen door's open. You know, and it's like a hand-to-hand transaction in broad daylight. So I get back into my boy's truck. I have him parked down the street, which actually made it more obvious, dude. I don't even know why I had him parked down the street. I let him park a little bit down the street, and so I walk up the whole street. So I get into his truck. He's got a bowl loaded of some bud, and he's smoking. When I hop in the truck, he's smoking a bowl. Passes me the bowl, take a hit, and we take off. Pass it back to him. He hits it. We're driving. We're making our way up West Avenue. He passes it back to me. I hit it one more time. I pass it back to him as we take a right onto the access road. As he's hitting the bowl, boom, a cop jumps out behind us. A cop jumps out behind us and lights him up. Right? He says, "God damn it." He's pissed, man. He's like, "Fuck." You know, he's super pissed because he's already on probation. You know what I'm saying? And he literally hitting the bowl as he's getting lit up. You know what I'm saying? So I tell him, I'm not trying to brag or seem cool or whatever. I tell him, "Give me the pipe, man." So I get the pipe. It's still cherried. I push my finger down on it to try to like put the cherry out, and I just put it in my backpack. Right? And I put his loaded bowl in my backpack and his weed. He didn't have much. I think he had like 6 grams on him or something. So he just brought something with him for us to smoke, and maybe a couple grams in case somebody needed to pick up a gram here or a gram there. Have a couple grams on him to serve 1 or 2 people, and also a little bit of bud left over for us to smoke. Altogether, this day, I think maybe me and him total the whole day smoked like a gram total. You know, so we didn't smoke that much. You know, but we did smoke. You know, I don't think anybody ended up coming to meet him to buy anything, but you know, just in case, he kept a few grams with him. So it ended up being like when the cop weighed it out, I want to say it was either 6 or 7 grams that he had in him, or like 6.7 or something. For some reason, those numbers 6 and 7 like standing out. So he puts the weed in my bag, and he pulls over to the side of the road, man. And when he pulls over, like everything's happening so fast. I'm blazed at the time, you know, and like uniform officer comes up to his side, and a plainclothes officer comes up to my side. I'm so high, and it happened so fast that like I didn't even think it was an officer. I didn't even know that it was an officer for like a split second. I didn't know it was a cop. I thought it was just some like weird vigilante dude on some fucking mission to clean up his neighborhood or something. I don't know. I really thought that for like a split second, but then I realized, okay, no, he put me in handcuffs, so this guy's a cop, obviously. And he, the plainclothes officer, like immediately put me in handcuffs. He just like pulled open the door and like pulled me out of the truck. He didn't pull me out super aggressively. Like I complied with him. And the first thing he says is pulling me out. He goes, "Where's the marijuana?" You know, and I just didn't say anything. And he goes, "Is there anything in the truck I need to know about?" And I say, "It's not my truck." And he goes, "Oh, dude, that's a huge red flag, buddy. Huge red flag." And he just has me sit, like, or not have me sit, but he has me stand by the truck. And he puts me in handcuffs, and then a uniform officer comes up to me and starts searching me. I have a bunch of fruit snacks in my pocket. He's like, "You sure you don't have anything in your pocket?" I said, "No." Yeah. And it just keeps, he pulls out like 4 wrappers of fruit snacks because I had got the munchies and started munching out on fruit snacks. So I had like 4 wrappers of fruit snacks, and then I had an unopened package too. He was like, "Damn, where did you get those wrappers and wrappers and wrappers of fruit snacks?" Those Welch's ones, you know what I'm saying? Which those aren't even that good, but I had the munchies. I was craving them. Um, he's pulling out those things, and they start tearing apart my homeboy's truck. They start tearing apart my homeboy's truck, and they put me in the back of a cop car, and they just start tearing the shit up. Or actually, before they put me in the back of the cop car, they had me back by the truck, and they were going through the backpack, and they opened it up, and they found all my rigs and cookers and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, somebody does heroin." They're like, "Jackpot," you know. He was like, "Whose is this?" And I just didn't even answer him. He's like, "All right, whatever," you know. And they put me in the back of the car, and they put him in the back of the car too, and they continue tearing apart the truck. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, while he did this, he also he found my dope, but he didn't realize it yet. You know, it was in a medicine bottle. I put the 4 dimes in a medicine bottle along with the 3 Xanax pills that I had. They weren't bars. They were the They were the blue footballs. I had 3 of those. You know what I'm saying? And 3 of those was enough to fuck me up. You know. So I had, you know, enough Xanax to fuck me up. I had 4 dimes of heroin, and I had some weed. But when he first found a medicine bottle, he just thought it was some pills. He goes, "Oh, we got some pills," you know. So he's like, "We got some," you know. He knew he was getting close, you know. He found the rigs and all that shit, and then he found some pills, so he knows he's got something, you know. Plus the truck reeked of weed, so for an arrest off the rip, you know, for sure. You know, they could charge right now. You know, they know that they could charge me with the pills and him with the weed. You know, but those are both misdemeanors, and they were not there for misdemeanors. You know, they'll settle for misdemeanors if they can't get felonies on you, because some people will fucking snitch just for misdemeanors. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, it'll make them kind of look like they're doing their job. You know. Yeah, because one time my homeboy got raided and they didn't find shit, but they charged him with the weed and the one narco that he had. You know what I'm saying? They charged him with those two misdemeanors. You know, just to just to charge him. They feel some type of way about you getting away with it. You know, so they're gonna charge you with something just so you can experience some inconvenience. But yeah, so I mean, they knew they were good for something already, you know. And I also forgot to mention at this time, like three other fucking regular cars were there. Another squad car was there, you know. So the detectives were basically watching the house, and they followed us from the house, waited for us to get away from the house so that way he wouldn't see, and you know, trying to get me to snitch. Really, is what they're trying to do. You know, they're they want to put pressure on me to snitch, and they don't want him to know about it because they don't really want me. They want him. You know, they want him. And if I can snitch, that'll get them the warrant they need to go in. You know, all they gotta do is do like one or two controlled buys or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works. You know, but they like give you the money and you go score and they watch you or something like that. It's some fucking fucked up thing, and then they end up raiding the house like right after. You know, so like if you do snitch, it's pretty obvious. Like people will know. Like it's so obvious, you know, when you snitch. Like the house gets hit up like right after you leave. You know, like I don't know. I don't know how it works, man, but it just don't. I don't fuck with snitches. You know what I'm saying? No, who does? Who does? Yeah, who the fuck does? But that's their mo. You know, is to pull you over leaving the house. You know, catch you with a less than a gram or 1 to 4, and they know you don't want to go to jail for that. So it's a good enough reason for you to snitch. But misdemeanors can be good enough for some people. You know. You know, they might be able to use that leverage, that misdemeanor leverage, and try to get us to snitch. Because that's all they know so far, is that they at least got us on misdemeanors. So they put us in the back of the cop car, and they tear up the car, and they find my homeboy's gun, dude. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, my homeboy's on probation for the same offense already, you know? Unlawful carry of a weapon. You know? So that, what he was doing there was unlawful carry of a weapon. And he talks to the guy and goes, hey, the 22's loaded. First of all, he asked me about the rifle, and I say, hey, I don't know nothing about those. Those are registered to him. And they were. So he's talking to one guy and he goes, hey, Lopez or whatever. I don't know what he said. He said, the 22 is loaded. Oh, shit. But, you know, it was whatever. You know, it's still a misdemeanor, you know. And, so the detective ended up really not tripping about the guns that were my homeboys, you know, because these were narcotics detectives, right? They were there for the narcotics. They ended up not tripping about the guns. I was in the back of the cop car. I wasn't sure if he had found the dope yet, but I knew he was gonna find it because he saw the pills. And yeah, and I read the computer, and the cop was typing up, you know, possession of heroin. Or no, he's typing up the police report that they found heroin. It's the charge is possession of a controlled substance, but he's writing on the report that they found heroin. So that's how I knew that they found it. And yeah, I mean, they basically just followed us from the house, so we didn't even notice. You know? So yeah, I already got a low battery. I need to wrap it up. It's already almost 30 minutes too. Damn. So they're tearing the truck apart. You know, they found my homeboy's scale. Contrary to popular belief, just because you're riding around with a scale, it's not an extra charge. My homeboy had a scale. I did not get an extra charge. They did not try to charge me with intent. I always hear people saying, "Oh, I don't ride with the scale." Yeah, you can. You know, if you're holding big weight, yeah, you can get. And if you have everything backed up separate, yes, you can get charged with distribution with the scale. But just having dope and a scale is not enough to get charged with distribution because I did not get charged with that. Okay, and I even had four separate bags. But I guess they had saw me score, so they weren't really. They knew I wasn't distributing it. They knew I was gonna do it. Plus, they saw my rigs and everything. So, you know, I'm in the back of the cop car. They type up the report. He comes up to me. Uh, he's like, "Man, whose stuff is that, man?" I said, "It's mine, man. Everything is mine. The weed's mine. Dope's mine. Everything's mine." I said, "All right, man." He said, "I don't want to have to take y'all both to the magistrate. So, you know, I appreciate you manning up. Here, sign this paper saying it's yours. We found 1.1 grams of heroin and 6.7 grams of marijuana or something like that." He said, "The cop said, I don't give a shit about the marijuana." He said, "The heroin is going to come back to less than a gram. It's coming up more just because we're weighing it with the bags. But he said, you know, by the time you go to court, I can almost promise you that it's going to be less than a gram. But right now, we're booking you on a 1 to 4, and we're going to let your boy go." And so they took him out of the suitcase. Out of the suitcase. What? Crazy, dude. Took him out of the handcuffs, man. I don't know where I got suitcase from. Super weird. But uh, they took him out of the handcuffs, and he said, uh, you know, "We're just gonna check the guns. We don't have a problem with the guns as long as they're not stolen, because theft of a firearm is a felony. And you know, even though they're narcotics detectives, you know, they're not gonna overlook a felony. You know, so he said, as long as they're not stolen, you're good." They didn't tell him anything about him being on probation or nothing, but he could have, you know, could have gotten a lot of trouble because he was already on probation for both of those things that he was doing, you know, or at least one of them. I don't remember, but yeah, man, he was on probation for unlawful carry of a weapon, and he's unlawful carrying a weapon. But like I said, they were there for felonies. They weren't there for misdemeanors. They wanted me to snitch. They wanted to put a felony on me to try to get me to snitch, and they knew that I was the guy who scored, got out and scored. So I was the guy who they wanted. You know, Justin wouldn't have been able. You know, they don't even know if Justin could give them any good information, and it was just a misdemeanor, anyways. So, and like I said, I don't know if they even checked if he was on probation or not. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know, but they didn't. After they got the heroin charge on me, they didn't give a shit about charging him with nothing. They let him go. They didn't charge me with the Xanax or the weed. Uh, they only charged me with the. I mean, I was cooperative, so they only charged me with the felony. You know, I wasn't sure when I got booked. I wasn't sure what I was going to be charged with, but you know, when I got my yellow sheet, it only had one charge on it, so I was like, all right, cool. You know, it is the worst charge to have, but it's better than having multiple charges. Because I could have went to the magistrate with 3 charges. I could have went with the felony and 2 misdemeanors. You know. So yeah, they booked me. You know, they released my homeboy, and they cracked the window for him. I mouthed to him, "Get me out." You know, I mouthed to him for him to get me out. He kind of like nodded his head. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to go call your dad, or do you want me to stop by your house?" I was like, "Yeah, go stop by my house and just let my parents know." And so he left to go let my parents know. The cops finish up the paperwork, and they go on and take me to jail. I'll do another video about my night in jail and everything, but I just wanted to get a video out to you guys. You know, I love you guys, the one or two that actually watch these videos. Please, guys, I know the one or two people that watch these videos. like, comment, subscribe. Please, it'll only take you like 2 seconds, and it makes such a huge difference. Like, please, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I need more views. I need more likes. I need more comments. I need people to engage with the channel so it will be on more search results and stuff like that. The more engagement I get, the more the higher up it'll be on search results, and it'll be within the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, guys, y'all take care. Stay safe. And I'm gonna get back with the timeline of things with episode 5 tomorrow. So y'all be safe, guys. Stay free.